saw Abby Shapiro, who I follow on Twitter. I saw her tweet something that was pretty much about like this topic on this video, which is why Twitter is age shaming women in their 30s. So the first thing I want to say without watching a single second of this, and only having seen like whatever she put on Twitter, and I'm not going to go search for it because it was not impressive. I'm sure it's in this video. Do you think that feminism is bad for fighting against the people that say women hit the wall when they are in their 30s? By the way, as a 30-year-old man, and now I'm sticking with it, as a 30-year-old man, and not a man in his mid-30s, okay? A 30-year-old man. Dude, I mean, there are no hotter people on planet Earth than people my age, apparently. And that continues to be true my whole life. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say, you're hot. You're hot already. You got there. You're in your 30s? Hot, probably. It's weird. Like, man, okay, can we talk about, okay, you want to know what's hot about 30s, 30 plus, okay? They're like adults. They're like adults, man. You're like, whoa. Jake's calling me ugly because I'm 25. Look, you can be hot when you're younger, but you're going to be less hot to me. Okay? This is a me thing. You can be as hot as you are. To me, I mean, it's not just, I mean, I'm sure you could, man, now I'm accidentally negging Altered Rin. You're all lovely people. There's something about being in your 30s that, man, it's just like I think the bullshit sort of goes away a little bit. Like everyone has their bullshit still, but it's not like 20s bullshit where it's like, so teenagers have like everything's the end of the world and everything's so new, and then like 20s it's kind of like there's a little bit of like a fuck it phase and sort of like figuring out who you are, and that's great. Loved my 20s, loving my 30s a lot more. I think 30s are a nice sweet spot, and I think that you ride this out for as long as you can is how you are in your 30s, because there's some people who like by the time they get into their 60s they're crotchety old fuckers. Don't let yourself become a crotchety old fucker. Hopefully that's the goal. 41, this is probably the happiest I've ever been, right? Yeah, that's absolutely wonderful. I'm sure when I'm 40 I'll be like, those 30-year-olds, they don't know what the fuck they're thinking, because I agree. I don't know if you have it figured out when you're 30, but I think you have you close to figured out. I think you know who you are in your 30s. 20s have been working? Like, you mean you've been working just all the time? 20s bullshit is potent shit. Hated every second of my 20s. I'm only halfway through. Wow. Well, I think you should, I mean, hopefully, I didn't hate every second of my 20s at all, and I've been a very lucky guy, but like, man, it's just nice. Anyway, Abby Shapiro, I don't like you as a human being. I think you have bad ideas. However, I don't think you're smashed into a wall. I think you have plenty of life to live, okay? That's a nice thing about classically Abby before any of this begins. And you have time to change. Huh? You have time to not be a piece of shit. Anyway, so why Twitter is age-shaming women in their 30s? Because they're misogynists, by the way. That's the hack. Life hack. When someone is dogging on women for looking a certain way, it's just misogyny. That's all it is.
Going to answer that controversial question right now. Is 30 old for women?
It's not old for anybody. Dummies.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Abby, and here we talk about common sense commentary, where I give you my opinions on what's going on in the culture, and I think it's just common sense. So if you are interested in that...
For the first time in a long time, I'm actually turning someone down a little bit, because I think the echo in her house kind of hurts my ears. What's that little jig? You don't like the little jig? Does she still sing at the end of the song, the stuff? Bye! We'll find out.
Please go ahead and subscribe and like this video, and make sure to drop a comment down below sharing your thoughts on today's topic. But I'm really excited.
Bro, it's crazy how much her and Ben look alike. It's so crazy.
To talk about this because I have been seeing this controversy going around on Twitter, and I think that there is a lot to dig in here. I have a lot of opinions on it, and I think that, honestly, I think that there are people who are polarized too much to one direction and too much the other direction.
Polarized on just, are women bad when they hit 30? Yeah, I guess that is kind of like just a bad take, so it would be polarized, wouldn't it? There's not like a nuance like, well, I do think that, women maybe hit the wall at 40, actually. Totally worthless after 40. Hags. Like, what? Do y'all like women, man? Why is being a woman got to be so hard? Why does it always have so many standards and shit? Being a man is like, sure, we have our standards and our toxicity, and there's certainly challenges we face. But man, it just seems like this has been a conversation my whole life. Can we just get over this one? Can we get over this one? Do you hit the wall at fucking whatever? You don't hit a wall. You don't hit one, man. There's no wall. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't date women over 30. Oh, like a creep? Not quite a pedophile. I mean, you're within legal bounds, but like, you're doing it for reasons, you know? You're doing it for fucking reasons. That maybe, maybe you're using a certain age range to try to satisfy what you think is actually the ripe age. You know what I'm saying? But it never works, so they just stay misogynist.
The question is really what happens when a woman is over 30, right? Like, does she become less attractive from a dating perspective?
That's so stupid.
And we're not just talking about physically, we're talking about...
Creepy isn't illegal.
All right, look. She knew the fucking rules, man. I cannot believe she would do this. It's borderline, reckless. It's borderline reckless.
Everything that comes along with aging. And I just want to talk about what I think the
Tag her? I quote tweeted her before.
Facts are on the ground. So
you feel bad about this one? That was a pretty bad one.
So let's go ahead and get right into it. By the way, if you hear any squeaking and little coos during this video, my little 4-month-old is sitting off camera.
Another one? Man, look, being a parent is cool or whatever. I'm glad that you love your kids. It's cute or something, but you're raising them to be like little fucking Hitlers. Like, maybe not, actually. Honestly, the Abby Shapiro household, I would rather have Shapiros come out of the Abby Shapiro household than the Ben Shapiro household. But she still has bad opinions. Can we show her singing after this? Maybe.
Hanging out with me while I record. So let's start off with, what is the controversy? How did this start?
Misogyny, Abigail.
What are people saying? There's a whole conversation going on Twitter right now about kind of, is 30 too old for women? And there's different elements of that. There are people like Hannah Pearl Davis saying that
wait, her name is Hannah Pearl Davis? I thought it was just Pearl. Whoa. Weep, whoop.
20 is hotter than 30. And there are people like Charlie Kirk who are...
I did not know this.
No. Saying that you are a less attractive dating prospect in your 30s than you were in your 20s.
Disagree. Fucking hard disagree.
So I think that that's kind of the start of all this.
Why did she need a full name Pearl? I don't know. Is that normal?
Controversy has run the gamut a little bit, because the question of, are women hotter when they're in their 20s or their 30s, I think is a different question than, are you now completely off the market when you're in your 30s and just completely unable to get married? So let's dive into that a little bit.
Unable, huh?
Essentially, I think the question is, what is the purpose of people bringing up this conversation?
Misogyny.
Why do people want to discuss this at all?
Misogyny.
If the goal is to warn young women and to encourage them to make good choices from a young age so that they don't wait until their 30s to get married, they can get married younger, have more options.
That's not having more options. God damn it. I'm not going to keep doing it. It's just going to come across as I'm being sexist. I'm not going to do it to you, okay? You get fucking one, maybe two if there's another good one. But, I mean, you're quite You're an animated individual, and these freeze frames are just unfortunate. She's eating my soul. She's gonna get you, dude. She's never gonna criticize misogyny. No way. I do not think getting married young is good advice whatsoever. I think get married when it feels good. Get married when you are... Okay, here's my advice to young people. You need to experience what actual security is in a relationship before you get married. And you probably don't have that. If you fight, even fucking weekly, that's fucking crazy, dude. Okay? That's crazy. If you have regular, like, if you cry often in your relationship, and I mean like a couple times a year because of each other, is a lot for me. Okay? That's like so much. Unless it's like a sweet, oh, I just love you. Because look, Chad, I'm a little sweetie. Okay? I've cried because I love her. And like, these are not normal things. Feeling like you're walking on eggshells and thinking like marriage or kids are going to make it better is wrong. You need to feel 100% safe, secure, and, you know, whatever amount of freedom. And I don't mean like sex. I don't mean like poly stuff. I mean like freedom in your own household to be who you are and not holding back who you are, and being able to be comfortable with yourself and the person with you. And that includes, but it's not limited to, like, roommate type shit, the division of labor. It's not like being married and being even just people that live together. So much more than just liking each other and stuff like that. There's tons of stuff that happens. I'm gonna keep her smile on face, or her on screen. Smile on face. I can't. Yeah. So this is my advice. You probably do not know what love can be yet if you're in your 20s. And that's not because you're a kid, and that's not because you're young and dumb or anything. It's because it takes a lot. A lot? It takes a lot to get there. It's just so different. You probably are genuinely, like, you love your partner and stuff, but I'm telling you, it's just different. It hits so different when you are, if you ever are, in the situation where you have what I believed will be a successful relationship, like long-term marriage type shit. And that is comfort, okay? And security and safety. And like I mean, you got to like know each other. You can't have like all these secrets. I could go on for this like 2 hours. I'm telling you, there's just so much that goes into this. But like, you know, you got to be able to talk, both of you together, about your shit. Sarah and I have not always been a perfect couple, and we certainly have had growing pains, but we've always been able to talk, and because we have that relationship, we have grown into something that both of us look back on our early relationship fondly, but do not think that we were as in love as we are now. Like, not even close. It's not close. Like, there's this myth that it like dips over time. No, what dipped is that if you found out you weren't compatible for marriage, and you might be compatible sexually and stuff, that's fine, romantically even, but I mean, to like link yourself forever to one fucking individual is a huge commitment, and it is something that like Christians and stuff and conservatives just take so lightly as something that you need to do. By the way, this is all with a huge caveat. You don't necessarily have to find this ever. Like, there are some people that this kind of relationship is just not good for because of the way that you want to live your life that actually makes you happy. Like being gone a lot or something, you traveler or something. People don't take it seriously enough. They really don't take it seriously enough. They think it's your life, man. Anyway, Abby, thank you so much for holding this pose during my heartfelt advice to everybody. Yeah, being aro super valid. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, like, so you don't have to seek this out. That's another misconception that I want to push away. If you do want to seek it out, like marriage or even like her brand of monogamy or some kind of trad lifestyle, I don't mind if you want to live like I'm the doting homemaker mom, and I just want to love my kids and make beds and bake pies all day. Fucking go for it, okay? But I want you to choose that. I don't want that to be something that is foisted upon you by what you think is your expectation to uphold. That's the difference between misogyny and actual freedom of choice. Okay? And if that makes you happy, then that's what I want you to do. It's so different, man. And most people, that's not what's going to make them happy. They want some version of that, but they want agency within that. Like, she doesn't want her husband to just take all the fucking, money and her have no responsibilities. Probably. Maybe she does. But, I mean, that's because it was foisted. Anyway. Can you purge her rictus grin from her screen now, perhaps? Chat filibustered me all day the other day. All day. For maybe an hour straight. We'll see what the exact timing is once we put the highlight out. And now you want me, out of the kindness of my heart, to remove Abby Shapiro's... Exactly. You want me to move this? Wow. Say something nice, chat. Huh? How about you say something nice? Huh? No, I'm asking how much. I said say something nice, and Xenon Expert's like, no, I'll pay you. How much? How much? Say something nice or a tier 3 immediately. There you go. She loves her kids? Not about me. About me, not her. No. Nice feet. Fuck. No. I can't believe it was you. You have nice titties, Jake. Thank you. All right, we'll go. No, you hang out. Oh, you guys.
Have longer, better marriages. I think that's good. I think talking about this from that perspective and saying like, hey, I know that the culture is encouraging you to wait longer and longer and longer to get married. Wait until you're in your mid-30s. Your fertility can wait. All these other things can wait.
I have a contagious laugh. Thank you. Which one? I have my laugh, and then when I think something's super funny and it catches me off guard, I sort of shriek.
But at the end of the day, getting married younger is actually a wonderful, good thing.
A wonderful one. Man. Is it? No.
And we should encourage that. That
no.
I'm on board with. That I think can be useful if you're talking to college-aged women, saying, hey,
do not go to college and then get married. Oh my God, don't do that. Don't do that. And it's not because I'm saying like you gotta like play the field and like have sex with a lot of people. Although if you are a sexual person, it wouldn't hurt to have experiences because you don't know what you like and what other people like, and it's fine, okay? But you also don't need that. Like there's no I don't know how to stress this enough. There ought to be, and the only reason it persists is because we allow it. There should be no social stigma or pressure to perform any specific like rite of passage type shit. Okay? What you need is just some freedom to do whatever it is and pursue whatever happiness, whether that's romantic or not. But don't get married out of fucking college, okay? Just be with that person for a while and see if you guys want to stay together later.
I know you're 18 now, but
relax, Caleb. Relax.
30 comes around real quick, and using your time effectively when you're younger so that you can meet the right person and not lose out time with someone that you can spend your life with, you can make better choices. I can get behind that. The other part of the conversation that I think is absolutely...
Also consider when you're in your 20s or just, fuck man, I cannot believe she is so prone to being able to be, I cannot put this out. I am not clipping this. God damn it. She fucked me up. I mean, when you're young, like, weddings are expensive, man. You're just gonna get eloped at the courthouse or something. Is that really what you guys want to do? Not to say that you have to have like a big wedding or anything, but is that really that important? Why don't you just spend it on rent or like go on vacation or
malicious and unforgivable is shaming women who are already in their 30s for not being married yet. And I think that is completely ineffective. There are people who are just trying to make women...
Yeah, if you meet your partner, I mean, you can meet your partner early. That's exactly true. Don't even settle into a long-term relationship until 25, and you met your partner at 22. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you have to like put an age limit on it. I just think like just try to you don't have to get married right away. If you guys are together forever from fucking 18 and on, I don't care. That's fine. If it works, it works. You guys can grow together. The odds of that are pretty low, and that's just due to how people work. But I have no problem with it. I just think you should take your time, man. You guys got time. You have time.
women who are in their 30s feel bad. For two reasons, that's not a good idea. Number one is if you did kind of waste your 20s. And now you're in your 30s and you realize you made a mistake, it doesn't help to be told, hey, you made a mistake. It's a lot better if someone's like, hey, let's find a solution to your problem.
A husband? Is that the solution? What is a waste? There's no... You have not wasted your 20s if you just tried to seek happiness. It's tough in your 20s, too. You don't have as much money. You don't have as much experience. You are either in college or working after high school, and then into, real-world life stuff. And... housing, especially right now, housing is so fucking expensive and just everything is hard. Like, what do you mean waste them? Just try to do what makes you happy at every point in life and see what happens. That's the best. You partied through your 20s, wasted time. I mean, I partied a little bit, but I didn't party that much relative to a lot of people. And I do not feel like I wasted my 20s, but I had lots of fun. People that party all the time probably don't feel like they wasted their 20s either, unless they really didn't do anything else. Like, just experience whatever you want to.
And then there are the women who really put in the effort in their 20s to meet somebody, and they just haven't met the right person.
Eat steak and smoke weed every day? I like steak. I don't think I can eat steak every day. Sounds like an old guy. Every day I eat steak and potatoes. Wow, man. And it's like chewy sirloin that you don't know how to cook.
And now they're in their 30s and they're being told, you're too old, this isn't going to happen for you, sucks to be you. All of that is absolutely the wrong approach and is mean and hurtful, and I think that's awful.
You think misogyny is mean and awful and hurtful? Wow. Me too, man.
I think anybody who is targeting women in their 30s and trying to make them feel bad for being in their 30s is terrible. Personally, I am 30 now. I got married when I was 24. I grew up in the...
Ugh, that's so early, man. She's only 30? Wow, I thought we were closer in age. I'm older than Abby Shapiro by like 5 years, man. So, if you want a well-done steak, it's not something you have to avoid, okay? Well-done steaks are perfectly valid if you only like that, okay? I suspect you probably don't only like that if you're already eating steak, but it might be like a mental thing. You're like, oh my god, it's pink or something. I would stress if it's not something you can't get over, to try. Just try it, see if you like it. But well done steak, there's a difference between well done and overcooked. 160 degrees in a steak in the center will look, it's going to be cooked all the way through and not pink. Will be, especially on cuts that are fattier, quite edible still. Less good, in my opinion, than something closer to medium, but you can eat it. But I mean, like, most people that say, I like my steaks well done, do not like it well done. They like it overcooked and rubbery and awful. My spouse and I got married young. It has been harder than it should be. Yes, we are happy now. Yes, things are okay now, but it hasn't always been like this, and I would advise against following my example. That's my experience as well. I had a quite long-term relationship out of high school and into early 20s, and I loved her a lot, but I didn't love her this way. Like, it's just not the same because we were too young to. We just didn't. It's crazy, right? Like, and I felt like that was the end of the world when we fucking like broke up for the first time. Of course, you always break up twice, minimum, with your first love. It's like, I have regrets about that because I wasn't as emotionally, like mature, right? And so, and I'm sure, she does too in some ways. She probably still doesn't like me that much because I broke up with her. But it just wasn't for us. It wasn't the right play. We weren't thriving together. We were just together because we had been. And it felt uncomfortable not to be together, and that's why we were together, because we had been together, and that's just like so real for a lot of people, I bet. But like, man, it was hard because that's like maybe your best friend, but it's like not, we shouldn't be together. Like, it's tough, man. So I mean, I don't blame anybody for. I was a father at 21, married at 23, divorced by 26. Sheesh, man. Yeah, that happens. That happens, dude. Took my first breakup so poorly. Glad I learned. Yeah, but you kind of have to go through that. You have to, like, the emotional turmoil of having a breakup. and it not working out. And then as you get older and you have a few more of these experiences, it's not like jaded. You're just like, it's not really that big of a deal. We're not compatible. I don't have to be with this person. I want to be with someone that reciprocates in certain ways and is, better, or, I don't know, or I will be better this time, or, I have behavioral things I need to change. Like, it's all about just finding who you are and who they are, and if you can match up. I mean, I could talk about this forever, dude. I have so many opinions on this as a guy that's played the field a bit, and I like talking about it. I like people. I'm attracted to people, but there's just like, it's like not the same, right? It could never be the same. Never even attempted to enter a relationship. Is that something that you don't want? Is that something you don't seek? Arrow and Ace is valid, dude. My partner and I have changed and grown so much in 11 years, but the one thing that doesn't change is mutual respect. Yeah, I mean, that's what it takes is mutual respect. And, like, vulnerability. 28, been engaged twice, but never married. Yeah, 28 and engaged twice. Oh, romantic. Yeah, it happens. I seek, but I've never been sought. Aw. Well, sometimes it's I don't know how to give Riz classes, but I think a lot of people need to be less coy, because it feels good to feel reciprocated with. So it's like, man, it's hard to teach people reciprocity detection because I have not always been good at reciprocity detection. Yeah, I think being more honest in a non-creepy way is good if you are not just tactful, but like actually like genuinely interested in talking to a human being and not just sexually. It's good. Sexually is fine too. I don't know. I have so many opinions. Anyway, I could talk about this forever. Thank you, Abby. Great conversation, chat.
Orthodox Jewish.
First step to Riz, take a shower. Dude, underrated. Not just take a shower, like the concept of taking care of yourself. I'm back on my bullshit. The concept of taking care of yourself, because I'm not a very vain guy. I don't know if that comes across. I am. See, we got to move the hair. I'm a little vain, but not enough. Not nearly enough. Some people take vanity too high, but I mean like, and I don't mean like dousing yourself in fucking cologne and shit. I just mean like being a clean person. You can even stink a little bit. You can be outside and do stuff and sweat a little. It's fine. Just not being unhygienic and like sticky and, I don't know, unpleasant to touch, which I am right now because I'm drying out for my fucking... God, this is why I don't like taking showers unless I have the time to do the whole rigmarole, because I feel dry as fuck right now. I took a shower right before this. Proper grooming makes you look good and feel good, and when you feel good, you look good too. Feeling good does confidence. It's hard to build into people. It's hard to tell people to just, hey, be confident and be yourself, and I promise it'll work out, because the people who are going to be attracted to you will be attracted to you for yourself. Man, that's the greatest. You don't want to be people. A lot of people put on fucking facades and then find out, oh, I'm not happy. Well, no shit. No one knows who you are, bro. How can someone be happy with you if you're not happy with yourself? That's not just a tautology. That's like real. And I don't mean you have to be like 100% content with yourself. I mean, you got to be able to be a little happy with yourself. They don't like that me? Well, they might. They might though. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're saying they don't like that me, but I feel like I like you in chat. You seem fine. Get confident, stupid. I wish I could just do that. I know it's easier said than done. But there's like, man, there is a, I really think, okay, confidence is just being comfortable with honesty. Okay? That's really what it is. Being comfortable with honesty. Honesty about yourself, about your opinions, about how you feel about stuff, all of that. Loving yourself is underrated charisma boost. Yeah, I mean, or just liking you don't have to like fucking be thrilled about everything about yourself. Typically, it's going to be something like physically, you have nitpicks or, little shit. But like, you can make personality changes. You can understand your flaws, and you don't have to always follow the parts of you that make you, I don't know, if you have anger problems or whatever. I don't understand guys with huge anger problems. It's just never been my shit. But I understand that typically it comes from like trauma and stuff and bad upbringings. Maybe some other shit. Maybe you're just an angry guy. But like, that's not someone else's fault, right? That's something that you can fix, or at least address, and not running from it. Being honest. A lot of people are not honest enough with themselves, so they can't be honest with other people, and so they can't be confident. It's a whole thing. But I mean, like, yeah. Anyway, Trauma definitely causes it, almost certainly. I would be very shocked to find out that some people are just fucking angry. It's an amygdala response, right? It's fight or flight, and they choose fight. And anyway, bad upbringings are rife in these young marriages because kids can't raise kids well. It's tough to raise kids. Like, it takes a lot of work to do it right. Anyway, I swear we're going to get through this video.
Community, and I remember having fear in the pit of my stomach about being older when I got married because
oh my god, do you hear yourself? That's so sad, Abby. Oh my god, you listen to yourself.
Now, I got married when I was 24. I grew up in the Orthodox Jewish community, and I remember having fear in the pit of my stomach about being older when I got married.
Do you think the Orthodox Jewish community is good for you then? You know? Please say something about this that makes me feel better for you.
Because I wanted to get married young. I wanted to start a family young. And I knew that getting married in your 30s isn't as ideal. And
Why?
I know that there are a lot of women who feel that way. And they feel bad about themselves because they haven't gotten married yet when they're in their 30s. And I never want women who have tried and are trying to get married young to feel bad that they haven't, because it's not their fault. They are doing everything they can to make the good decisions, to find the right guy, to build their lives around what a future could look like. That would include
Abby.
a good marriage and healthy children and all of that. Oh. And it just hasn't happened yet. So I think that side of this conversation that is shaming women in their 30s, I can't get behind. So now that
at least you can't get behind it, but do you hear your fucking words, man? It's crazy, the dissonance. She literally can identify that the Orthodox Jewish community, this conservative community that she grew up in, was literally bad for her mental health. She's recalling pits in her stomach of fear and like anxiety about not getting married early enough. Sister, what? How can you hear this and not go, whoa, wait a second. Well, maybe I shouldn't do this. Ugh.
That we know kind of what the conversation is and what the problems with
I feel like I'm starving. Oh. Undefeated appetite increaser.
The conversation can be, what's the truth? What's the truth about aging in your 30s? I think that the thing about getting married younger is important for a lot of reasons. Number one is fertility. That is absolutely problem number one that we need to discuss.
Fertility is the number one problem here?
Have a fantastic day.
Abby, it's not. No, it's fucking not the number one problem. It's actually misogyny, bro. Oh, goodness gracious.
As a woman, your fertility wanes as you get older. Everyone knows this. We have a biological clock. And so getting married in your 30s isn't as ideal, right? We shouldn't be telling young women to wait until they're 30 to get married because really your
chromesthesia. All right, can I have a sub? Chromesthesia is out here. E-begging with the best of them. Needs one bad.
fertile years are before 35. They say that a geriatric pregnancy is post 35. Now, I know that there are a lot of women who will say that, no, this is all a psyop, that they're trying to discourage women from having children later and later.
They are.
I think that that's incorrect scientifically.
Oh, scientifically. Aren't you an Orthodox Jewish person? It's science now. Is the audacity for religious people to point to any kind of like science. I have family members that have had kids into their 40s, and they're just fine. One of my favorite cousins was born, and their mom was like 40. Dude. It was like, we were all like, yeah, hell yeah. My mom had me at 30. My mom had my brother later than that, 33, I guess. Yeah, it's totally real. My mom had me in her 30s. Yeah, come on. My mom had my youngest sister at 41. This happens all the time.
Scientifically incorrect. I mean, the quality of your eggs is not as good in your late 30s as it is in your early 20s. And
the quality of your eggs.
And it's not to say that you can't have perfectly beautiful, healthy children into your late 30s. But
I wonder what the oldest successful pregnancy is. Very old. Oldest successful pregnancy. 73. Yeah. Oldest conception naturally. 59 without in vitro. But that's like Yeah, you can get pregnant all the way through. Like, who's having their first kid at 57? You know what I mean?
I just care.
62. 74.
What I need.
74-year-old woman had twins. This age talk is making me so self-conscious of my impending mortality. Thanks, Abby. Your age has very little to do with your mortality. I mean, obviously, we all eventually hit the wall, as they say. But it could happen way different than you're expecting. What is this? What is it? What am I seeing? What did you give me? The Guardian, fertility cliff, age 35 week in patriarchy. It's outdated, unscientific take. For example, the offside statistic: 1 in 3 women aged 35 to 39 will not be pregnant after the year trying. Want to know where the statistic came from? Data from 1700s France. Researchers looked at a bunch of church birth records from people whose life expectancy at the time was around 30 and came up with these statistics. One imagines the research would have been ridiculed in any other scenario. However, since these statistics serves very useful purpose of shaming and scaring women, it was parroted endlessly. There is, by the way, more modern and significantly more cheering data on hand. One study published in 2004 looked at 770 European women and found that with sex at least twice a week, 78% of women aged 35 to 40 conceived within a year compared to 84% of women 20 to 34. The Atlantic knows that these encouraging figures were left out of the American Society for Reproductive Medicine's 2008 committee opinion on female age and fertility, which instead relied on the most ominous historical data. A few years later, the ASRM also launched a controversial ad campaign reminding people that women in their 20s and early 30s are most likely to conceive. Men can be solely responsible for 20 to 30% of infertility cases and contribute to 50% of cases overall, according to one study. You don't get many men in their 30s stressing about freezing their sperm to preserve its quality, though, do you? Yeah, so this is definitely a thing. Swimmers are not always great. Anyway, wonder why they'd lie about that? That's pretty strange. Ophelia. Ugh.
Making the conscious choice to wait till you're in your mid to late 30s to have children, that's a scary thing, because as somebody who
scary?
Had a miscarriage before I had my first child.
But didn't you have a miscarriage in your 20s, Abby? That's pretty fucking weird. Whoa.
And that was absolutely devastating to me. I know how...
I'm very sorry that was devastating, and I know that that's probably not easy, especially when you want a kid. I'm sure miscarriages aren't that bad, or aren't that great. But, like, aside from the physical toll and maybe the expectation thing, I think there is... I don't know. Maybe it's just because of my biological reality. I guess I don't view it as nearly as sad as someone like dying because they couldn't get an abortion. You know, I feel like miscarriages happen. That's God's will, baby. Miscarriages happen, and a lot of women feel so much fucking blame and shit for that. I don't know, that's crazy, dude. That's also part of misogyny. I think miscarriages are just part of shit. It's just part of how our bodies, our imperfect human bodies work. And I wish there wasn't so much, like, distraughtness over the concept, right? Like, I understand being sad and whatever for, I'm excited to have this kid and I want to have a family and blah, blah, blah. And now that feels like that's a disappointment to me. This happened and, it hurts or whatever caused the miscarriage. But man, there's so much like internalized misogyny within it, though. Like, I'm a bad person. I remember the study from Adam Ruins Everything. Oh, I didn't watch Adam Ruins Everything. He ruined it. And of course, depending on the type of miscarriage, right, it could be more or less harrowing.
Unpredictable fertility can be, and how people can think that they have a plan, they know exactly when they want to have children, and then it...
I'm gonna do with the uterus. I had my kid my last kid at 37 gave birth to that baby with ease. The human body is pretty amazing. You can't put a time frame on fertility, bro. Right?
Takes them a couple of years to conceive. And if you're 32 and it takes you 2 years to conceive, now you're 34, and your next child, you're probably not going to have until you're 37, 38. And again, the quality of your fertility declines as you age. So
it really fucking, only when it's much later, only when you're like an old person. Not even like through your 40s. You may have problems with conception at slightly lower rates. We're talking, the difference we just saw was like 80% versus like 70%. not really that big of a dip. Hi, Jake. Are you winning? I'm always winning.
So that's one of the reasons
stay
that
winning.
being older when you get married isn't as great. If you can get married younger, that is a positive. Another thing about
Yeah, you have
getting
to hit menopause. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, you really have to start.
married
Or
younger
perimenopause. Whoa, big words.
as opposed to getting married in your 30s is that by the time you're in your 30s, often you are settled into your ways. And it can be difficult to introduce a new person into your life and say, hey, we're gonna really build a life together and mold it as a team. It can be difficult to welcome someone into your routines, into your habits, when you really have them ingrained for so long. I think that when you get married younger, it's easier to incorporate a new person into your life and build those routines together. The lie that being a girl boss is worth more than having a family in those young, fertile years,
Young, fertile years. Ugh.
that was my baby, is a lie. It's just a lie. Those years in your 20s are the years that are meant for meeting someone, starting a family, and building a life.
You just said you had deep, rotting anxiety within you about that very prospect moments ago. This is so fucking cucked, dude. Are they going to get a divorce someday? It's going to be fucking rough now.
Together. And focusing on work over that
Your rhetoric is upsetting the baby, Abby.
and saying push off that stuff till you're older is just not as wise. And it's not going to make you as attractive of a prospective dating partner. And on a kind of different note here, outside of the dating question, right? If we're actually talking about the physical attractiveness,
It's always the... Physical attractiveness. It's always the girl boss shit. What if they just want to play video games and hang out but not date, right? It's so weird.
of a person when they are older.
Please don't say that like young ladies are more attractive.
I mean, I agree with the concept that women are generally, not always, but generally more attractive when they're younger.
Abigail. Goodness gracious. You're fucked. Your brain's fucked. It's over, dude. Disagree. Hard fucking disagree. This is so fucking... This is a window into Abby's brain fuck.
Well, creepy isn't illegal.
All hands abandon ship. All hands abandon ship.
Your body has more collagen, your body is more youthful. If you've had children, you're going to look different over time. And I think that that's part of the conversation on Twitter that has bothered me, is a lot of women being like, no, women are just as hot in their 30s as they are in their 20s.
No. They're not just as hot in their 30s as they are in their 20s. They're hotter in their 30s than they were in their 20s. Straight up. Sorry, the 20s. Look, man. I cannot stress to you how much hotter women are. Ugh, so different.
And it's like, if you've had kids and your body has gone through a lot of different changes and shifts, you're probably not going to be as physically attractive as you were before you had kids.
I fucking disagree. I disagree. MILFs are good. You can be a mom and be hot. What the fuck? This is fucked up. Now, dude. Ugh. It's so internalized. Because now she's like, well, I got like a belly or something. Those are good. We like bellies here. Fuck you. Moms are hot, but they are not girl. Oh, no. I don't like that sentence. That's true, though. Goodness.
It doesn't matter. Your husband will think you are more attractive for having given him children. That is something I know to be true, that men find it more attractive to have a wife that bore them children.
To have a wife that bore them children. Yeah. I don't like that. Fucking man, that is a weird thing to say. I am more attracted to you.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
Because you bore me children. They're for me. Scabby Cheeks, thanks for priming. I have no problem with you loving your wife a lot and loving her more and being more attracted to her because you love her for being a mom or something. I don't know. That makes sense. But, like, not because you bore me children. You know what I mean? Fucking weird, man. That's fucking so strange.
Than to have a wife who doesn't want to have children but keeps her hot bod. But the conversation needs to be realistic.
Thank you, Scabby Cheeks. Yet again. First time priming, dude.
Generally, women in their 20s are going to be more attractive than older women. Like, that just is. Not always, but often. Okay.
She never even for a second will consider that someone isn't hetero.
So what's the caveat here? What's the
Oh, please, caveat. All this is informed by misogyny?
caveat regarding, okay, younger women are more attractive as a dating prospect.
First time chatting, too. What the fuck? We're doing it all tonight. Ooh.
And older women
We've really moved forward.
Well, creepy isn't illegal.
Creepy is not illegal. That's true. I will be introducing legislation, however.
may not be as attractive as a dating partner. Well, number one is when people talk about 20s versus 30s, if they are talking online about this concept and they are coming from a place of truthfully trying to help, and you're a 30-year-old woman who has done her best or is now trying to date, stop getting yourself involved in the conversation. It's not about you.
Wow, yeah. Just fucking log off, sweaty.
It's not aimed at you. It's aimed at those.
It's actually aimed at all of you. No, it's deeply misogynistic. My hair is too clean to stay out of my forehead. It's so deeply misogynistic, dude. This is fucked up.
Younger women.
You're participating in this shit.
We're trying to guide to make better choices. But you don't have to feel guilty or bad or targeted because it's not targeting you. And I think it's important for you to say, okay, I know that I have the capability to make this about me. I know I have bad feelings about this, but I'm going to respectfully remove myself from this conversation because it's not about me. And what I think is so important here is that love and marriage all happen in God's timing. There are women who try their hardest to get married in
We can't turn it off.
in their 20s,
That's also
really work hard to meet that right person, make good life choices, and still don't meet their right person until they're 37. And that's okay.
Okay, you can't have both of these. This is not a quality caveat. This is not a caveat. This is a contradiction. The dissonance here. I had a pit in my stomach that I wouldn't live up to the conservative expectations of my community. I barely made the cutoff, and with relief, am trying to pump out babies so that I can feel as though I am fulfilling my duty as a woman. Fuck you, dude.
They were supposed to meet.
Nobody. Have a good night. Every time you guys say Abby, I read Arby's. This is so long.
No!
Every smile she makes, it's haunting and eats my soul. Fuck me for saying this, but you should smile less, Abby. Hey, baby, why don't you smile less? Hey, Toots, why don't you smile less? Arby? I mean, the possessive Arby, the possessive apostrophe in Arby's implies an Arby. Arby Shapiro put a fucking cowboy hat on her.
That person at that time, that's what God planned for them, and that's who they.
That's what God planned for them? All right, look. This one I'm doing. That's I'm definitely doing that. There's nothing I mean, it's just what am I
needed to
supposed
be
to say?
With. And if they had gotten married to someone younger, it wouldn't have been the right person. And I think that there's a beauty in that. There's a beauty in a woman who
How
Creepy
horrifying.
isn't illegal.
thinks she's going to get married young, but finding the right person when she
Arby's, we have the gametes. The gametes.
is in her 30s, because God has a plan for all of us. On top of that, every woman is unique, and every woman can look different or better at different ages in her life. I mean, there are some women who really do look better at 35 than
Yeah, man. Is it fucking why is she like this? No matter when I pause, it's perfect. I don't know how you can have said that, yeah, women are more attractive when they're young, and then say, well, there's actually lots of women who are hot when they're 35. What the fuck, man?
they did at 23. It just kind of depends on your genetics. And I think that there are unique circumstances where women do look more attractive as they get older. So that's something to keep in mind too. It's all for a given case, right? A man who falls in love with a 35-year-old woman, he thinks she is most beautiful then, at that time. If he had met her at 23, he would probably also think she was beautiful, but it wasn't the right time for them. The right time for them is when she's older, and he thinks she is stunning just the way she is. That's
Stunning!
why they're getting married then. So those are the caveats to...
Why is everything about beauty? It's all out here. It's all very surface.
Yes, 20s are generally more attractive for a lot of reasons, and your 30s are maybe a little less attractive.
Oh my God. Disagree. Stop it.
So what's the takeaway here? Number one is don't waste your time trying to be a girl boss in your 20s and putting off marriage and children till your 30s.
How? How is that the thing that you, in conclusion, here's the third contradiction. You just said here's the caveats, none of that matters. Actually, it matters a lot. Your brain's fucked up. It's fucked up, man.
That's the real takeaway. If you're in your 20s,
the baby. No, shut up. That's what baby. That's in baby. I can speak baby, so yeah.
That time to your advantage. Use this time to attract a partner. Find someone you can live your life
In conclusion, the misogynists are right.
with, have a beautiful family with, and invest in that relationship that's going to mean so much in your life. Don't take the modern narrative that you can wait until you're 30, your 20s are about building up your career, because I'm gonna tell you a little secret, and it's called you're gonna have a baby, and there is a really good chance you're gonna wanna just leave your career behind completely. I know that for a lot of my friends, that was the case. So your 20s is not so much about being a girl boss. Your 20s can be about developing yourself while looking for that right person. Don't get taken in by the idea that, oh, it's 30, flirty, and thriving. That's
30, flirty, and thriving. Yeah, that's bad. It's very bad to thrive. Are the contradictions a way to pretend that they're the middle of the road and reasonable or something? I guess. She's not. No, she's openly conservative. She's trying to have a nuanced take here because she can identify in, like, when she sees people being like, you're not, 30 years old means you suck. And she's like, well, I'm 30 and I don't feel like I suck. And I know women that don't suck when they're 30, so she has this little tiny caveat here. But she reinforces everything those misogynists are saying because she's internalized it the whole time. This is pretty sad, man. I feel bad for Abby Shapiro, but I don't because she's doing it, right? Like, I feel bad that she's doing this because she was, like, taught it, and it's like she's just brainwashed. This is maybe the Abby Shapiro video that makes me feel most bad for her. Even though she's being a dick in this.
That's when the dating happens. No, the dating happens in your 20s. The 30s are for having children, raising children, making your family grow. Okay? Like, that's what I think. And obviously, you can have kids in your 20s too. I mean, I had kids when I was 28. But being older isn't a bad thing, and it's not going to discount you from meeting a spouse. There are wonderful things about being in your 30s, especially when we discount vanity altogether, because vanity really isn't important. You don't have to be as hot at 35 as you were at 22. I know I'm not as hot at 30 that I was at 21.
Respectfully, I don't think that's the case. I think maybe you're being less. Are they being less sexually weird about this? She just said you did. Right. I don't know. She's contradicting herself a lot. Wrong. This just came in from corporate. No. Didn't she end up being cool? I don't remember. No.
I've had babies. I just look different now.
I fucking disagree that you having babies makes you, like, less attractive. It's so weird.
Now, and that is absolutely okay, but there are things about me, about my personality, that I think are more attractive. I know what I want, I know what I believe, I'm more confident, and that's all wonderful. That's all awesome about being a woman in my 30s.
How? You're more confident? This doesn't sound like confidence. Dude.
So if you are a woman in your 30s,
this is what I'm saying. Like, this misogyny fucks up your brain, man.
Don't feel bad about where you're at if you are trying to meet someone or if you have tried to meet someone. The fact that you are in your 30s does not make you undateable. My husband and I were talking about this, and he had a very good turn of phrase. And he said people have a consumerist vision of their 20s. Like, just use it, consume it. This is the time that's fun. It doesn't matter what you do. Everything is fleeting. That's your 20s. And then they have an investment mindset in their 30s.
An investment mindset?
But really, the investment needs to start in your 20s for the investments to pay off in your 30s.
Oh my God, I fucking hate conservatives. They're so weird. They have to like put their lives in little boxes. There's no like right or wrong way to do any of the stuff. You can just be who you are, man. Ugh.
If you wait until your 30s to start making those bigger life choices, bigger life plans.
Do not rush into marriage in your 20s because Abby Shapiro was uncomfortable.
It may not play out the way that you want it. The truth is that the concern about age and hotness is so much less important when you're married because there's so many different parts of being attracted to your partner, and vanity and looks are just a small subset of it. Like, yes, of course you are attracted to your partner physically, but there's a lot to being attracted to your partner that doesn't have to do with that. It has to do with them doing nice things for you, or spending time together and making them laugh, or taking care of the kids, or bearing someone children. Like, that attractive conversation has a lot more depth when you're married. When you're dating, initially, for sure, attractiveness is flattened, and a lot of it is about what you look like.
Is it? I fucking disagree. No, it's about you're just who you are. Just all of it. The fuck? It's not just about if you're hot or whatever. It's about the person you are. That's what dating is. Why does she think dating is hooking up? Hooking up might be more of a physical thing. But even then, people hook up because they like people intellectually or whatever. You know, like hooking up isn't 100% physical. Like sex is a physical act, but you know, so is thinking, right? We call this a Shapiro contradiction. Well.
And so that's why the conversation is being had, I think. At the end of the day, just don't make choices that are going to set you back.
Oh my God, set you back. There's a time we have to, oh my God, the pressure, the time, time pressure, it's there.
But if you've made choices that are good, then understand that it just hasn't worked out.
It'll just work out by itself.
There's a difference, and I think it's important to understand that. So that is my view on the whole debate on women in their 30s. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think?
You're dumb and brainwashed.
Do you think that this conversation can be had realistically? That there is some level of attractiveness that is more potent in your 20s than your 30s, but that doesn't mean that a woman in her 30s is undateable, and that there's...
That's fucking crazy. Don't make choices that set you back. That's strange coming from a conservative. Fuck.
There's a lot of elements to this conversation. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. So make sure to leave something there. And I would love if you've watched all the way to the end. This is our new thing now. We're going to leave emojis for every single video because I think
emojis?
It's fun. If you've watched all the way to the end, leave an emoji that shows off your favorite season.
Just a non sequitur emoji? Yeah, chat. What's your favorite season? Engagement farming. I know. Chat, I'm in engagement farming. Please use your favorite emoji in chat right now. I think it's so cute when you guys use emojis.
Okay, leave it in the comments down below. I look forward to seeing.
Why does she have like I'm being cheeky.
It, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
The death in her eyes when she did that. Just fucking drive by singing. Wow, lots of seasons in chat. Look at those seasons. Puke season. Blech. Cool. All right, so Abby Shapiro's brain is totally fucking garboed. It's just trashed. There's no reason whatsoever. No reason whatsoever to trust what Abby Shapiro's saying.